Christmas! I'm Sophia and I'm from Sis Crafting. So today I'm going to be doing a Christmassy tutorial. I'm going to be showing you how to make a no-sew stocking. For this tutorial you are going to need felt, 2 sheets of felt. Now if you are going to want to make the stocking bigger than the one I made, you will have to you can probably buy like the rolls of felt at your store, but I'd rather just buy these and just make my stocking a little bit smaller. Since it's no sew, you're going to need hot glue gun and glue sticks. That is if you're going to add embellishments on the front. And then I've already cut mine out. I'm actually adding a little felt Christmas tree. And then if I can pick these up. I'm not sure if you can see this, but little buttons is the ornaments. You can use anything you want to decorate the front. Oop. And I'm also adding a name. You can't really see that. And then attached to this video you'll find my template for the actual stocking. Now when you're cutting this out, you don't want to cut on the inside line, only on this outside line. And while you're cutting it, before you pin it to your fabric, don't cut these lines. You cut that when you do the felt. It'll make it a lot easier when you're actually cutting the felt. Alright, let's get started. To begin, you want to take your main color of felt. In my case, it's red. You only need 1 sheet for now. And you're going to take one of your pattern templates. I'd recommend cutting 2 out, as it would be easier. It's your choice though. You can only cut out 1 if you'd like. Then we're going to take our pins. We want to go ahead and pin this on. Try to keep your paper nice and flat, that way it cuts out a nice shape from your felt. Alright, I think that's enough pins for now. So you want to take your scissors and we're going to cut it out. I'm not sure if you noticed, but in the corner here there aren't any lines. You want to cut that little box out. Alright, so we've cut 1 out. You want to go ahead and do this again with your second one. I've already gone ahead and done that. So now that we've gone ahead and cut out the outline, I'm not sure if you can see on the camera, but there are little lines along the edge. You want to cut along those lines and stopping along the second border outline, okay? You can see you want to cut to the paper and the felt, of course. You want to cut along that line and stop right on this second border line. Make sure with your template you don't want to cut these flaps out before you cut it with the felt. It will make lining up with the felt a lot more difficult. So you want to go ahead and do this twice. I've already gone ahead and done that. And now you can remove the paper. Alright, there we go. So these are going to be our stockings. Now comes the fun part. We get to decorate. So for this you're only going to need one side. Flip it this way. Now, you can use anything you want. You can use pom-poms, you can use buttons, more felt, really whatever you want. The sky's the limit. So for me though, I cut out a name in felt and a Christmas tree. Just like that. So once my glue gun warms up, I can go ahead and glue that. So yeah, this is where your glue gun would come in. You can go ahead and glue all your designs down. Alright, so you're gonna take your hot glue gun. You wanna be careful, as you know it's hot. You wanna put a little bit. You don't want to put too much. If you put too much, it'll leak and you'll see your hot glue everywhere, and that does not look good. Trust me on that. Don't wanna get my sleeves too much in the way. And now we're gonna go ahead, come out please. There, just apply some strips. You wanna be kind of fast because your hot glue will dry quickly. Take this, flip it around, and stick it right down. Press it nice and do it hard. Get it nice and on there. Nice hard press. Alright, that did the trick. That did the trick. Want it a little more secure though. Go ahead and apply hot glue wherever necessary. You want to move all those little strands of hot glue. Now I'm going to take my base. It's got a little hot glue on it. Just going to apply a little strip of hot glue like that. And glue it down right in the middle right there. Alright, so now our tree is on. Now we want to put our name on there. Alright, there we go. Now to decorate my tree, I decided to use some buttons. So we had this little star for the tip. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And I can go ahead and unplug my hot glue gun. We are done with this part. Alright, so for the last step, you want to bring back the other side of your stocking. You want to go ahead and you want to try to line them up as best as possible. Probably the best way would be the top. You want to get them nice and lined up. Alright, that looks about right. So then, now that you've got it nice and lined up, you want to take your pins and you want to pin it. Alright, now we're nice and pinned up. Now the next part is to actually finish up your stocking. So, I hope you can see this well on the camera. You're going to take two sides, one from the top of the stocking and one from the bottom. You're going to take both of those, the first strips on them. You're going to go ahead and knot them together. Just knot it, not too tight. There we go. So there's our first knot. You want to go ahead, you want to make sure you get the second. That way you want the knots nice and lined up. Tie through and knot. Alright, there we go. Two knots, and you want to keep going just like this. You want to make sure when you're knotting, you don't knot it too tight. I'm not sure if you can tell, but mine kind of folded in a little bit. It's pretty flat for the most part, but if you pull it too tight, it'll start folding inwards. Now, for the very last step, should have had you guys do this before when we were doing the hot gluing. So you want to make sure you warm up your hot glue gun again. And now we're going to cut a strip. Alright, so that looks about good. What you want to do is you want to put a little drop of hot glue right here on the end, and then fold it over just on the very tip. That way you get a little loop like this. A little loop. Ooh, gotta let it dry for a second more. So we got our little loop. Now you're gonna take one side of the loop. You're gonna put hot glue. You're gonna stick it right in there. So put our hot glue. And we're gonna stick it right in there, wherever it is you want it. That way, you can hang your stocking now. Alright guys, so this is what our final product came out. It's a small, cute little stocking, and we hope you guys get to do one too. If you do one, we would love to see it. You can post it on Instagram and tag us, SisCrafting747, on the picture. That way we can see it and maybe feature it on our channel or Instagram. We hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Bye!